Hey, what's up YouTube? Today we have some awesome jailbreak news, actually some epic jailbreak news. Now this entire video is because of this tweet right here directly from Pwn to Own, the creator of the uncovered jailbreak. He says it seems like Apple is still signing iOS 12.1 Beta 2. Downgrade to it now if you're on a higher version. Alright, well, let's take a step back. You've seen a lot of my jailbreak videos. I know a lot of people watching my channel have been keeping up. If you haven't, currently if we go down to IPSW, I don't know why that reloaded. I had it all loaded up. But iOS 12.1.2 and 12.1.1 are currently the only iOS firmwares being signed right now. Closed below our iOS 12.1 and the iOS 12.0.1 and 12.0. So what does this mean? Well, a lot of security vulnerabilities were patched in iOS 12.1.1 specifically. 5 kernel level vulnerabilities were patched. iOS 12.1.1 right here, if I go to the release notes right here, there's actually 2 more kernel vulnerabilities patched in iOS 12.1. One directly from the Pangu team that could basically give us kernel privileges, and then a few more down below that actually had the same types of issues. It looks like there's a couple more than 2, but I don't think they all gave us read and write access on the kernel. Anyways, more was patched in iOS 12.1. Alright, so if you guys recall, iOS 12.1 Beta 2, I was actually looking at my old videos. This was published on October 2nd, so I'm guessing that's the day it came out. I'm guessing we actually reported on the day that it came out. I literally tried to search this just in Google, but everything is literally 12.1.3. Anyways, October 2nd, that is the day that iOS 12.1 Beta 2 was released. Now, if we go back to ipsw.me, as you guys can see, iOS 12.0.1 didn't come out until the 8th of October. So with that being the case, this beta in particular had yet to receive any of the security patches that iOS 12.1, the final release, actually received. None of these patches right here that are in the final release of iOS 12.1 were actually patched in this beta. So that's why it's so incredible that this beta is currently being signed as Pwn to Own, and others on Twitter and Reddit have been noting. So that's why in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to download this firmware right here. I actually went to this site right here. It's IPS Beta. The link will be down below in this video's description if you guys want to check it out. Pretty much all you got to do, it's the same steps you would always expect when downgrading or upgrading. You have to be on the computer. That's why I have my computer in the background right here. You're basically going to download the IPSW file for your actual iPhone right here. It's really uncertain which iPhone IPSW files are currently being signed. I know the iPhone XS, XS Max, and 6S, 6S Plus users, those are good. I've yet to see too many confirmations on iPhone 7 or 8. Your results might vary, but as of now, iOS 12.1, Beta 2, and Beta 5, if I recall correctly, is still being signed. Basically, all you gotta do to get started is download this file right here to your computer. Let that download. It'll take a couple minutes to finish up, and then once you're done, now we can actually head back out of here. All you have to do on your phone right here is go into your iCloud settings and go to iCloud and go very down right there to find my iPhone, turn Find My iPhone off. I actually had it already disabled, I guess. But once that's done, then you can actually continue and plug your device into your computer just like a normal downgrade process right here. Let's see, now we're in iTunes, it's all connected, it's all trusted, trust the connection if you've yet to, basic things like that. You guys probably have done downgrades if you're watching this video or watching this channel. But if not, it's super easy. Basically, we're going to be using this restore iPhone button right here. It's either option, you're going to hold that button down and click restore right there, and it's going to pop up with this dialog box. I believe it's actually shift on a Windows-based PC. And then once we're good to go here, you're actually just going to select this custom IPSW file for the iPhone 11.6, 10s Max right here, or your one for your specific iPhone. All you got to do is select that file right there, click open, and this prompt comes up right here to restore your device to iOS 12.1, and this is going to restore your device to iOS 12.1 Beta 2. And that's exactly what we want to do. This is going to give you guys a very good chance to receive a jailbreak in the near future, especially if you're on iOS 12.1.2 or iOS 12.1.1. Like I said earlier in this video, 12.1.1 patched 5 kernel level vulnerabilities that could actually be used to achieve a jailbreak. iOS 12.1 if I recall correctly, actually patched 2 other kernel vulnerabilities, but like I said earlier in this video, iOS 12.1 Beta 2 is pretty much the same as being on iOS 12.0.1 or iOS 12.0. None of the security patches for iOS 12.1 or iOS 12.1.1 have been in place yet because it came out before this software was released. It came out on October 2nd. This software came out on October 8th. Anyway, let's get this restore process started right here. I'm not going to cut anything out of this video, so I'll play some music or something in the background, but basically let's just go ahead and get this restore process started. You'll say extracting software at the top, and as long as this IPSW is still being signed, this is going to go ahead and actually restore this iPhone right here. Again, basically just trust the connection, make sure Find My iPhone is off, plug your phone into the computer via a standard Lightning connector. I'm connected via my dock right here. And your restore process should go off without a hinge, and it looks like it's beginning right now. So I'll be right back once this has finished. Don't worry if you see that, that's normal. It just takes a second for the restore process to begin. So I'll let it go ahead and go through this process, and I will be right back. Alright, well look at that guys, the restore actually successfully completed, so that confirms the results online that iOS 12.1 Beta 2 is currently being signed. It looks like we have to just go through the initial setup process again right here. I'm just going to go ahead and set this phone up as a brand new phone, set up manually. We can choose a Wi-Fi network. Alright, well it looks like Wi-Fi is entirely set up right there. I can just continue through that, set up Face ID later. I'm going to not use a passcode, don't use passcode. And this is where I'm saying you guys gotta set it up as a new phone. That is just standard protocol right there. Let me see if my camera will focus real fast. Alright, there we go. I'll try not to point at the screen right now so my camera doesn't refocus right here, but basically that's all you got to do is set up as a new phone. So I'm going to go ahead and select that option right there. You can go ahead and sign in with your Apple ID. I'll just set it up later in settings. So I'm just going to go through the typical standard setup process right here. I'm just going to skip through updates. Actually, you do want to, let's see, go back right here. You do want to install updates manually. Don't have it auto update, obviously, or you're going to be updated to the latest version of iOS. I'm just going to click through Not Now, Set Up Later in Settings. For all of these right here, basically select zoomed mode right there. That's pretty much all you got to do. And now we're at the final tutorial screens right there. But basically now we are on iOS 12.1 Beta 2. As you guys can see, this is the main caveat of being on a beta firmware. You will get this prompt every time you open up your iPhone until a jailbreak is out, where you can actually disable this prompt. Unfortunately, that's just the caveat of being on a beta firmware, but if you guys can see, if I go into version right there, I'm on iOS 12.1, and that is the beta build right there. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much how you guys update to iOS 12.1 Beta 2. It does still work. You can alternatively update to Beta 5 if you so desire, but like I said, I would highly recommend to be on iOS 12.1 Beta 2, and it looks like Pwn to Own also recommends this as well, being on Beta 2 versus Beta 5. Like I said, it just is going to include less security patches. It's going to be more vulnerable and have a lot more opportunity to be jailbroken in the near future. Anyway, guys, that is how you guys downgrade to iOS 12.1 Beta 2 if you guys are on a newer firmware like iOS 12.1.1 or iOS 12.1.2. Anyway, guys, I hope this video helped out. Definitely give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe if you guys want to stay updated on the latest jailbreaking updates. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, but until next time, this is Tony, signing out.